Well, welcome to Corgatas, where the pirates of Caribbean don't have anything on us. And whether you use specs or not, or were or not, you still are breathing on this earth, and therefore, guess what? There's a life tax called give back to nature. Nature has many, many resources. Some of the resources can be taken with us. Some things are priceless and need protected, like our national parks and our state parks and any kind of park, where we can have like gardens and waterfalls and things that honor art. It's been known that in a culture that has art, that culture remains more civil in how it deals with a society. And so, without knowing exactly what that society is going to be in the future, oh, look at it, looks like a pair of legs coming out of my head. It's kind of funny. It's not nice to be mean, even if TV trains you to think that it's okay to be a bully or a bad guy. There is a God to answer to, and by many names. And it's time that we realize that evil can't be cured, it must be annihilated. And therefore, if a dog bites, it should be put down. And anyone that didn't put their dog down when it bit a human or another dog viciously, shame on them. That's not a true human. That is a pet abuser because it allows bad behavior to be rewarded. Our laws protect the liars, the thieves, and the bullies. Our laws protect them. You have to subpoena to find out who turned you in for barking dog, like my neighbor. I didn't hear it. I was home all day long, never heard their dogs. But someone else said that they did. And who knows if it was a tit for tat, for tit for tat, for tit for tat. It's one thing if it's that kind of tit for tat. But it's not nice. It's not nice to track down someone's phone number and harass them or smudge your sluttiness in their face. It's become common. And in Mexico, little girls are allowed to dress up like little whores. They're allowed to paint on the walls of buildings and not be held accountable. Well, we're in America now. And I don't care if you press 1 for English. America, the land, the country, the buildings, and the people. If you're on our land and choose to be a United States citizen or a visitor, treat our lands with respect and clean up your contraband, including the news media of bought and paid for political controlled news. The disgusting Duck Dynasty greed of stupid hicks that I don't mind a hick, I am one and come from it. But there's nice people and there's not nice people. There's good and there's bad. And certain things need rewarded, like a hanging and save a bullet. And we need to have the balls to do it. But unfortunately, most women became so over-controlling, don't get hurt, baby, that they didn't let boys grow up to be men, and the men were they home to be fathers. So stepfathers, cousins, uncles, godfathers, neighbors, those are the people that are single, possibly, that need to be the wisdom for our children. No more excuses going, well, I didn't choose to have children. Guess what? The next generation is what takes care of this beauty. And the next generation doesn't think that they're going to live long enough. And if you look, it's kind of silly to think that we're just the ones that are going to be in control. We need to honor this beauty. Look at this. The trees know their names in God's book. The goats even know their purpose. But training allows everyone to be safe. Your child stops when you say, stop! Not going, why? Well, it's a game, so I'm going to keep running. So you chase and go, oh, you're up the tree and you're going to fall. And your son's 40 years old. Oh. They feed off all the drama. Blech. Reality shows. Blech. You know, it traumatizes those of us that did the real living and are the real survivors. The rest of you bought and paid for pieces of paper, which I will be probably at some point. And then God will test me. Can I handle the wealth and the responsibility that comes with it? But goodness, doesn't matter what land you stand on. But if you're standing on my land, which is the United States of America, or any portion of which we claim to protect, know that the politics and those that are on normal media are not the real people. We, the people, are some of the most beautiful, admirable, courageous devil dogs that you could ever want to have as a friend. Just like I recognize in your cultures, I've been befriended by Asian, Tibetan, Spanish, Mexican, Greek, English, yada, 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 Irish. It's all good. We're all good. Germans, we're all good. And at birth, we know better. So let's wake up from the lie of the media's being able to monger us into destroying ourselves in the name of progress and thinking gadgets are better than being personally trained, because children needs to do chores. Too many easy doors that lift up. It might help me with a broken neck and degenerative disc disease. It might help someone like me. But the reality is I know if I keep lifting that door at least once and I'm sore, I stay strong and keep my health. And then the pharmaceutical companies maybe don't make as much money, and the lawyers don't make as much money, and the justice system doesn't make as much money, and the counselors that follow that, and the programs that follow that all take an educational system, and then of course a federal and state judicial system that, all works together. And we don't think the mafia, we don't think Hitler was smart enough to plan ahead. Well, history repeats itself, and what I'm going to ask is that any of you that hate the United States, please come visit it before you destroy it, because the land is beautiful and can feed the world. The land and the preciousness needs protected in all our kingdoms. And I ask forgiveness and say I apologize for our bombings destroying mosques and homes and things. But sometimes the bad guys are really smart at being infiltrated into the people. And we didn't do that. They went into their own people and made their people vulnerable to hide. To hope that, now then the news will go, the civilians died. Well, Pa, get angry at the guys that hid out there, you dinglings. Even Duck Dynasty, I think, might agree on that one. I like, some of the Warren brothers got some good sense on them. But spoilt, we all are, and we all want to be. So let's allow success to be something that does not need killing. Let's make it a game, since we're doing it on television, but only with Dr. Phil humiliating people, raping them in public on national television under the guise of, oh, poor her wife cheated on her husband cheated on her, and then she went and got a boyfriend, and she's going to smudge it in his face with his help. Some people really believed it. Very few people know the difference between in front of the camera and behind the camera. And reality is a lot more compassionate than what people are acting like these days. So come visit America, visit our national parks. Do it, please, while they still exist. Come visit, not to make our economy. You can, there's everyone here. You can buy from your own. You can support their local businesses and see how we can help each other. God bless you. By all names, may angels protect us all. And may this or better be the Johnsons remembering to wake up.